Let's go surfing now, everybody's learning how. Come on a safari with me. Come on a safari with me. Early in the morning we'll be starting out. Some honeys will be coming along. We're loading up our woody with our boards inside and heading out singing our song. Come on baby, wait and see. Yes, I'm gonna take you surfing safari. Come along, surf baby, wait and see. Yeah, I'm gonna take you surfing safari. Let's go surfing now, everybody's learning how. Come on a safari with me.
Okay, you Beach Boys fans all over the world, and especially you fans of popular American culture of the 20th century, I'm going to take you to where the Beach Boys, or at that time, as they called themselves, the Pendletones, where they rented their instruments for the very first time to soon record Surfin at Hype Morgan's home studio in Silver Lake. And I did go there on my channel. I went to Height and Dorinda's house, where they had a home studio where they used to record local musicians all over LA. Now this is where the Pendletones rented their first instruments at Hogan's House of Music here on Hawthorne Boulevard at 14704 in 1961. The summer right here. It's still extant. And now it's a tropical fish store, as you can see. Now the story goes that the Beach Boys' parents, Murray and Audrey, they left to Mexico City for 3 days. And they left the fellas, they left them a refrigerator stocked with food and frozen, all kinds of frozen foods. And they left them $80. And they had already been practicing surfing on Brian's Woolen Sack 1500 2-track reel-to-reel tape machine, and they needed instruments to perfect it, so they came here to Hogan's House of Music. It was actually opened by Frank Hogan in 1947 with his friend Jim Laverty. And as you can see, it's still frozen in time, but they said on the book that at that time the door was bracketed. It was in the middle, and it was on both sides window panes, and I guess so over the years they readjusted everything, as you can see. Now when the Beach Boys were left alone, they had already eaten up all the food in the refrigerator and used up the $80, and they needed the set instruments, like I said. So they went to Al's mother. Her name was Virginia, and she goes, okay, well, I'll lend you the money, but you guys got to show me what you got. So they ended up getting on the living room floor. Al was there, of course, because I was his mom, and he's still with us, and I forgot to mention that in the previous video at Foster's. And then Brian, of course, David, I think he might have been there, but Carl and Dennis, of course, and they sang Their Hearts Were Full of Spring by the Four Freshmen, and of course Surfin. And she goes, man, you guys really got talent. Okay, she took the $300. They came here and they rented a snare drum, and they also rented a upright bass for Al, because he was a bass player in his own group at that time. And they rented drumsticks, and they also rented a Rickenbacker guitar for Carl, but he didn't use the Rickenbacker guitar in the final master take at World Pacific. The only instruments they used was the snare drum that they had from Hogan's here, but they forgot the drumsticks. They had taken it back in the interim. This was sometime in August 1961. And then by the time they were ready to do the master at World Pacific with Hype Morgan producing, they forgot the drumsticks. So when you hear the song Surfin', you hear Brian's index finger hitting the snare drum for beat, for rhythm, and then you hear the bass, the upright bass from L. And then of course their angelic voices that was put together because Brian was an expert on vocal arranging because of what the parents did for him when he was they got him for his 16th birthday a 2-track recorder, and he was able to study vocal arrangements on his own time until he became quite the little producer. And when they finally ended up going to World Pacific in early November, the song Surfin' was released November 27th. So here you go, you fans all over the world, where the Beach Boys rented their first instruments. And so, okay, so Carl, Dennis, good night, sweet princess, and Brian, Mike, Al, and David, thank you for that wonderful music, and thank you for watching, and please subscribe, and I'll be seeing you.